Alright guys, so me and my buddies, we were joking around like, my buddy was like, hey, should I make a YouTube channel just strictly for, just doing rants, and we're just joking about it, and, I didn't really think I was ever gonna make a video like this, but at the same time, I think that I'm going to make videos like this, not really rants, but I guess, life experiences, just because I know a lot of people are gonna be able to relate to how I feel about this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get into this, and this life experience, oh yeah, also really quick, if you guys have a suggestion for this, I am going to do this series because I think you guys will be entertained. So it'll be kind of like life stories along with a experience and a opinion towards it. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do the next one on, just go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Other than that, we're gonna get into this. So the main thing about this, and this is terrible parenting, and I can't stand this because I feel like a lot of kids today, I guess you can consider me a kid. Not really. I mean, I'm talking about kids, like, I don't know if they'd be considered next generation, but I mean kids that are like, newborns up until like elementary school, even middle school today. I just feel like some of them are just the most disrespectful and have like no manners, and I feel like a lot of it has to do with bad parenting, and this example I'm going to give you is literally what I'm talking about. So the other day, I'm sitting here touring a sports stadium, okay, and so we're sitting in here, the tour guide's trying to talk, okay, right in the beginning at the meeting area for it, kid was already making noise. It wasn't too bad, it was mild, but I was like, okay, well, this kid's probably gonna be one of those kids who acts out in the middle of quiet. You know those kids where you're at a ceremony or some sort of event where you're sitting there in a seating area, like an auditorium, sitting down, and you're trying to watch a presentation, and it's dead silent, and you just hear that kid crying. Okay, well, I understand, infants, really young kids that are gonna cry, okay? And the main thing that comes with this, and I like this, I can't really judge this because I'm not a parent yet, but I like it when, if a kid is crying, the parent takes them out and excuses themselves from the situation in respect to others. Well, of course, you guys can probably guess, the guy, so as we're progressing, the kid isn't too bad. Okay, he's one of the very few kids in this tour. So we get to this part where we get into like the really expensive seating, okay? And the kid just starts making a bunch of nonsense, like just a bunch of sounds. It's just annoying, he can't talk yet, but he's just being loud, extremely loud. Just, screaming and whatever, this and that. Not screaming like sad screaming, just like he's just screaming. This, and basically the guy was trying to talk, okay, and the kid was just interrupting. The kid's sitting next to his grandma or whatever it was, and the kid just continues to interrupt this guy, and I could tell this guy's getting irritated. I was like, you know what, I'm just waiting until the time comes where this guy is gonna tell them to excuse themselves. Or, you know what, I was thinking, oh, maybe they'll excuse their own selves. Maybe they'll take the kid out into the hallway until the kid calms down. Well, after about 5-10 minutes of interruptions and screaming, the tour guide finally said something. He's like, and I could tell he was upset. He wasn't like, hey sir, can you please remove the kid from the room? He was, can you take him out, like that. He was mad, and I could tell because he kept losing his train of thought. And the guy who was doing the tour, he was a little bit older. He wasn't too old, he was on the older side. I'd consider him a senior citizen, and he was very patient, and I give him props for being so patient with this kid, because this kid was just being flat out rude, and I thought that it was kind of rude of the parents not to remove the kid when they should have. And it's just stuff like this is what I'm talking about. Like I said, I can't really vouch for this because I'm not a parent yet. I don't know how easy it is or how this stuff works, but when I think of like this situation, like when parents excuse themselves and tells their kid, hey, or tries to calm them down because they're little, okay, I understand that you can only do so much to a little kid who does not speak, but I mean, like I said, the littlest thing that this guy could have done, or the family could have done, is just remove the kid from the room, okay? Everybody's paying a lot of money to get this tour, and the kid's just sitting there and just screaming in dead silence, and I could just tell from the people around me that they were just getting upset. And there was also a lot of elderly people, and they're just sitting there, like I can just tell by the look on their face. They're just like, what are these people doing? Like, are they gonna remove the kid out the room or what? And yeah, I mean, that's basically what this main topic is about. It's just when people don't use common sense, especially in situations like this, it's just like, okay, if your kid is loud and everybody's silent, I mean, get the idea. The kid's sitting there screaming. Your grandma, the grandma or whatever she was trying to give him the phone to calm him down, and when she gave him the phone, the kid was just screaming even more. It's like, remove the kid from the room. I mean, you paid a lot of money and you may not care that the kid is screaming because it's your kid, but everybody else does, so please remove him. And I lost out on like 10 to 15 minutes worth of information because I was being distracted by that kid. I'm just genuinely just distracted all the time, and between the two, I didn't learn. I missed out on so much of the history of all this because this kid just kept interrupting, and it finally took the tour guide to have to say it to get the kid to be removed from the room. So anyways, yeah, that's just kind of like my little rant. When I do these life experience videos, I'm not going to do rants all the time. I just felt like talking about this, and just because of how irritating it was, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will be able to relate to a lot of these experiences I share with you. Anyways, like I said, if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Be sure to check out my latest video, the CSGO funny moments. I really think that video should be doing better than what it is, especially since my admin videos do so well. Just please go check out that video. I spent a lot of work on it. It took a long time to get the clips, so just go check that out for me, please. Also, an admin video should be coming this week. I just really haven't been feeling it, but expect one soon. Without further ado, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like. If you're not subscribed and you do enjoy my content, be sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.